All right, guys, so I know that word problems are probably not your favorite, and that is okay, but we do have to get through and do some of these word problems. So these ones are actually pretty simple. There are going to probably be a couple of steps, but you guys already know how to do all of the different steps. It says, Mr. Riley baked 1,692 chocolate cookies. He sold them in boxes of 36 cookies each. How much money did he collect if he sold them all at $8 per box? So the first thing I have to do is I have to figure out how many boxes did he have, and then I can figure out how much money he made from that. So I know that this is how many cookies he made, and I know that each box gets 36. So I'm going to divide these numbers so that I can figure out how many boxes I have. So I'm going to have 1,692 cookies, and I've got 36 in each box. So I'm dividing it into that 36. So I know that 36 can't go into 116, but it can go into 169. So I'm going to just off over here, I'm going to round that to 40, and I'm going to go 40, 80, 120, because I'm counting by fours, right? 160, 16, and then it goes 200, right? All right, so 160 is pretty close. So let's go ahead and check if I've got 36 times 4. So I'm just going to over here, 36 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. Regroup my 2, 12, 13, 14. That's 144. And if I think about it, guys, here's 36. If I just add 30 to that, that's going to give me 170. So I know that it's not going to go in that 5 times. So I'm going to go ahead and do 4, and I'm going to subtract that 144. And let's see here, 9 minus 4 I can do is 5. 6 minus 4 is 2, and I'm going to bring down my 2. So now I have 252. But I'm probably going to go ahead and keep counting on here, 240, and then that's going to be 280. So I'm going to check this 240. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be 36 times 6. So 36 times 6. Here, that's going to be 6, carry my 3, that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 216. Well, guys, even if I add another 30 to this, that only gives me like 246. So I'm probably going to check to see if it goes in 7 times. And it does. And it goes in actually nice and even here. So he has no cookies left over. So he was able to sell 47 boxes. If he sold 47 boxes at $8 each, I want to figure out how much money did he make. So 7 times 8. So 7 times 8 is going to be 56. I believe that's right. Yep. And then 8 times 4 is 32, plus 5 more is going to be 37. So he made $376. Okay. This number 3 is actually pretty similar to what we did up here. And it says, if I had 1,092 flowers are arranged into 26 vases with the same number in each vase, I want to know how many flowers am I going to need if I needed to fill up 130 vases. So first what I need to do is I need to figure out how many flowers are going to be in each vase. And I can figure that out by these two numbers. I'm going to take that 1,092 and I'm going to divide it by 26. Then this answer is going to tell me how many flowers go in each vase, and then I can just multiply it by 130. So I'm going to round 26 to 30 and go 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, and I'm going to stop there. So 109, 90 is pretty close. So let's go ahead and check. If I have 26 times 3, that's going to give me 8. Give me 78. And even if I add 2 more to, or 20 to that, that's going to be 98. So I want to double check and make sure. Let's see here, 26 times 4 and see. I know 120 is high, but we can always check to make sure because I think it probably could go in one more time. And it can. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 4 here. I'm going to subtract 104 and I'm going to get 52. And here's the fun thing is I already know it's not going to be 4, it's not going to be 3. So I'm going to probably do 26 times 2 and I do get that 52. So in each vase, I get 42 flowers. So I want to know if I want to fill 130 vases, how many flowers do I need altogether? So here's my 130 vases, and I'm going to have 42 in each. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my math here. And I'm going to add this up. And I need 5,460 flowers to fill those vases. Okay, so it is pretty simple, guys. If you just kind of stop and think, what exactly do I need to do? The elephant's water tank holds 2,560 gallons of water. After 2 weeks, the zookeeper measures and finds that the tank has 1,944 gallons of water left. If the elephant drinks the same amount of water each day, how many days will a full trunk of water last? So first of all, what I need to do is I need to figure out how many days. First of all, after 2 weeks, it's going to be 14. So I'm probably just going to put 14 days. That's just kind of easy for me with that one. That if I know that the elephant had this to begin with, but after 2 weeks it has this, the first thing I probably want to figure out is I want to figure out what's the difference between these two and how much did that elephant drink in those 14 days. So I'm going to take that 2,560 and I'm going to subtract 1,944. Okay, can't do 0 minus 5, so I'm going to borrow this 6. I'm going to turn that into a 5, 10, 6, 5 minus 4 is 1. Can't do 2 minus 9, so I'm going to regroup that 1. Okay, so in those 14 days, the elephant drank 616 gallons of water. So if I have 616 and I'm going to divide it by 14, okay, so I need to figure out, I'm going to round that to 15 because I can count by 15. So 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. I'm going to check to see, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 14 times 4. That's 56. You know what, that's pretty close, so I don't think he's going to have any more. So I'm going to go ahead and put 4 here, subtract 56. 5. Oh, look at that, guys, 56. So I don't have anything left over. So each day he drinks 44 gallons each day. Okay, but I'm not done because what it wants me to figure out is how many days will this full tank last that elephant. So now I'm going to take that number that I had to begin with and I'm going to divide it by 44. So now I can figure out how many days it is. I'm going to round that 44 to 50. I'm going to go 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. So I'm going to check first this one right here, which is going to be 5. So I'm going to do 44 times 5, which is 220. And even if I add 40 to that, it's going to go to 260. So I know that I'm not going to be able to do it 6 times. So I'm going to go ahead and put this 5 above here, and I'm going to subtract 220. And I'm going to get 6, 5, 360, bring down my 0. Alrighty, so if I have 360, guys, if I keep going to 350, I probably would check that one, which would be 7. So let's see here, 44 times 7 is going to be 7 times 4 is 28. Okay, that's 308. I could probably add 44 to that, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to see what it is times 8. That's going to be 32, 32, 3, 3, 4, 35, 352. Not going to be able to do it one more time, so I know it's going to go in 8 times minus 352. Okay, so I'm going to have a remainder of 8. But here's the thing is that when I'm answering this question, I'm not going to say, well, it's going to last him 58 days with a remainder of 8. I'm going to say that it's going to last him 58 days. Okay, that is how I'm going to do that. That remainder of 8 just says that I have some left over, and that's okay, but it will last him at least those 58 days.